All right, welcome. I don't know what's happening here today. I couldn't go live on my computer, so we are here live, and I'm actually using my phone because we're going to make it happen. So today we are talking about how you can fix your sales. I got to get my tripod. How you can fix your sales even during a slow time. So that's what we're talking about here today. As you can see, my computer is doing its own thing. I don't know what's the deal, so we're just going to close that down, and we're going to use my phone instead. So we are here live. We're still making it happen. Technology is a beast. Now I just have to prop this up because I had to use my phone so I won't be able to see questions or comments or anything like that. I wonder if I can pull it back up, if it'll let me get back on my computer. But I'm using my tripod falling. Using my phone because technology is not our friend today. So I'm just going to prop this up a little bit. So give me a second. Welcome. Tell me where you're joining us from. And I'm going to see if I can possibly at least see the comments on my phone. So hopefully that'll work. That's too high. Let's take something off. I don't know. We're going to work it out, right? It's mainly about the content that I'm delivering to you guys today. So welcome. Why don't you tell me where you're joining from? And I'm going to see if I can at least come back over here and see your comments. So we're going to see. So I'm popping on YouTube over here. I'll probably have to mute it. So tell me who you are, where you're joining from. Welcome. I see the numbers popping in, so I can see that you guys are here. So welcome. Let's see. Did I get a notification? Yeah, let me know who you are, where you're joining from. Who you are, where you're joining from. Welcome. Okay, I can see it. Okay, so I'm gonna have to mute it over here though. Hold on. Okay. All right. So hopefully I'll see the comments as they come in. Okay. So tell me who you are and where you're joining from. I just may have to refresh and things like that. So I have my notes. I'm ready to go. Today we are actually talking about how you can generate leads and possibly close some deals even during times of business slowdown. So not just even talking about today and where we're at currently in our situation, but also talking about anytime this happens in your business. For example, if you're in construction and you're up north, a lot of times if you do mostly outside work in the wintertime, business slows down for you, right? So we're going to talk about that. Just depending on your industry, if you do something that cleaning pools, right? Business slows down in the wintertime because people don't swim outside in their pools. And so where you may have in the previous times did weekly services, it may now turn into monthly services and things like that. So we basically want to talk about how you can position yourself for when things are slow and actually things that you can be doing. So here's the deal. You're going to want to take some notes because I'm really going to give you some action items, some things that you can execute on starting today. I'm Central Standard Time, it's lunchtime, so you still have all afternoon to start implementing, okay? So for those of you that don't know who I am, let me just briefly say I'm Felicia over at FeliciaStreeter.com, where I help small businesses and contracting companies win contracts with the government, okay? So I can't see who's here. Let me see if I refresh. Okay, so I can't see the comments, but the main thing is that I give you the content that you came here for. All right, so let's dive in. So the first thing I wanted to share with you guys on how to generate leads and possibly close more deals is that I want you to get creative. Now, it's all about still being safe. I'm all for that. Okay, I really believe that while we have this shelter in place, directive, that it's really a great time to Start looking at what you're doing in your business. How can you improve upon things? What things are working, not working? What do you need to tweak? So here's one of the things I do at the end of every month for my business. I always look and I think let me see, how do I say it? Start, stop, and continue. So what things do I want to start in this next month? What things do I want to stop doing? And if I decide to stop doing something, it's because it's not working. And then what do I want to continue doing? Maybe I need to tweak it because it is kind of working, but I need to make it better. Okay. So think about that as we're talking about this today. So we're going to dive into the content. The first thing is I want you to get creative in using what you got. All right. So what do you have? One thing you have is time. And you may say, well, I'm still having to work from home. And some of you may still be out actually working. And we appreciate you because that means what you do is really, really essential to our livelihood. And so you're out there, you know, on the front lines, just as any doctor, nurse, or whoever, because you're out there putting yourself in harm's way. So we appreciate you for that. But for those of you that really have a lot of time on your hand, and you may say, well, no, the kids are at home, this, and this, think about it. I had to realize I have more time and I don't have little kids, okay? So it's not that big of a difference. But here's the thing. I did have to take my son to school and go pick him up. So ideally, I just got 2 hours a day back at a minimum. 2 hours a day. So it's kind of like, okay, what are you going to do with that extra time that you now have to grow the business or take it to the next level that you say you want to take it to, right? So here's the thing. So use your time wisely. I just told everybody you've gotten some type of time back, whether you realize it or not. The question is, what are you going to do at that time? Now, remember I said, use what you got. Most of you, if you're here and you're watching me, you have some type of electronic. Whether it's your computer, you have a tablet, you have your phone, you have internet. You also have the TV. Here's the thing about the TV. Now, I know a lot of people say, well, don't watch the news, don't pay attention to what's going on. But let me tell you, if you are a government contractor, you should be watching the news. And here's why. I listen to the news at least a couple times a day, right? And I really prefer to hear when, like, the governor is coming on, or our county judge is coming on, or the president. And here's why, because they set the directives. Our county judge at the county level, our governor for the state, and then the president for the United States. But here's what they're saying that you guys are not listening to. They're telling you what their needs are right now. And a lot of you are not paying attention to what they're saying, because I can almost guarantee you that some of you could be getting some work right now. You're not listening, and you're not listening for the right thing. So use what you got to start generating some leads. The other thing you have is a calendar, right? As these leads come in, you can start calendaring, right? Scheduling appointments with these people. And you can also automate it. And it's going to be important when I get to the part about how to get paid. Okay. So if you automate the calendar system, it will also remind people of when you guys have an appointment together. And that's really, really important. And the reason is because we're busy at home, right? We're in a different environment. And so if we have that system to remind them, they're more apt to show up because they'll remember, they'll see it. Okay. So get creative. Use what you got. That's your time. Use it wisely. The TV, listen for what is needed nationally, also at the state level. And if you're real smart, you'll even take it down into your cities and listen to what are the needs. How can you fill those needs? You also have your computer. So that way you're able to overcome the shelter-in-place barrier. You don't have to go out and meet people. I'm going to tell you how to meet them in the next step. Okay, you got your tablet. You can use your tablet. You can use your phone. Those three things to connect with people and feel for what their needs is, and help them and tell them how you can fulfill it for them, right? You also have the internet, you have your calendar system. The second thing is I want you guys to get social. Get social. Here's what I mean. Remember, I said you have the tools. So now let's use these tools that you have to start generating some leads. Remember, we can't go out, so we're going to have to get creative in what we have and what we can use. So you have social media. Now, I know we like to go on there and see what's happening in the world and who's doing what at home and how are they being creative with their time. And I mean, it's cute, but a lot of it is not making people money. But then again, you have to realize a lot of people at home are not business owners. You are, because you're here, or you want to be. So you have to have a different mindset than the people that's going to sit and binge watch Netflix all day. Okay? Use your time wisely. So you have social media. Okay, you have Facebook groups. You have Facebook groups for your local area. Remember, I said not only at the government level of what is needed in your cities, in your counties, what is the current need and how can you fulfill that need, right? Facebook groups, local areas, right? Facebook in general for your city, state. If you think about it, a lot of your government people are on Twitter, and they're all on there letting you know what's happening, what the needs are, what's going on in the local area. Okay. And then you also have LinkedIn, right? So you may see somebody over on Facebook or Twitter and you don't know how to get in touch with them. But then if you can take that name, take the company name, and maybe go over to LinkedIn, because LinkedIn profiles are totally different. It's all about business. You'll get to a contact person. It may not be the actual decision maker, but it'll get you in the door. And from there, then you find the decision maker and the person that you need to talk to. Okay. I hope you guys can hear me. I didn't think to turn up my volume, but okay. I should have put on the other thing. Okay. So you got social media. Now, the other thing is to find out a little bit more about the company and maybe even the decision maker. You can use their website. Once you know who the individual is, what the company is, what their needs are, then you can definitely find their website. Most companies on LinkedIn, at the very least, they're going to have a link to their website. Okay. Again, there you'll find more information. And here's the other thing. Even in your local area, you can use LinkedIn to find leads anyway. You have grocery stores. If you're in trucking and transportation, maybe, you know, their load is stuck somewhere here or there. The person got sick. The driver got sick. How can you fulfill that need? Let them know. If you provide products, you know, depending on what the products are, what are the needs right now? Because I can tell you, every time I go to the grocery store, I've only been twice, but I'm just saying the shelves are always empty. I try to do delivery, but I still have the same problem that a lot of the items they don't have. So for you, find out what is the need. How can you fulfill that need? You have hospitals, nursing homes. There's a lot of facilities that are essential to our living, and they're open. And so depending on what service you offer, what product you provide, you should be reaching out, seeing how can you help these people. You guys are sitting at home on your hands saying, oh my gosh, I can't get out and network. What am I going to do? Get creative, right? And get social. Okay. The third thing I want to share with you guys is about getting paid. Right? You know how to get creative. You know how to get social. And now it's about getting paid. How do you get paid? Let me break it down for you. Because you guys are thinking like, oh, even you guys that do things outside of your home. Me, I can function and work from home because what I do is remotely, and it's kind of like this via video or phone is how I service my clients. So I don't have to be face to face with them. But for a lot of you, that may be the case, right? Maybe you're an interior designer, right? And right now people don't want you coming into their homes. Well, you can't because it's shelter in place. Or maybe you're a cleaning person, you know, you do janitorial or cleaning. And if you're not on construction contracts and things like that, individual people are probably not allowing you in their home right now. I don't have my cleaning person coming right now because I don't know where else they've been, and so I don't want their germs, right? So that's important. So let's talk about how to get paid. The first thing is you have to just think differently. You guys have got to get creative, think differently, think outside the box. How can I generate leads today? And how can I get paid today? Okay, here's how you get paid. Think about the current needs out there right now, right? Think about your product or service that you generally provide all the time. This is how you can get paid now. Take deposits. The need is not going to go away. It's just that you can't fulfill it right now. So you can take deposits. Think about this as a cleaning company, for example. And I wish I could see what type of businesses you guys had, because I could give you specific examples of, what you could do. So here's what I'll do for those of you guys that are here live. Once it's over, the comments will allow, for the video, you can leave comments, tell me what you do, and then maybe we can think of something creative for you to do collectively together so you can start generating some leads. But if you're cleaning, for example, we know once this lifts, you're going to have a backlog of people wanting to get their house clean. Who wants to go first, right? Of all these people, everybody do. Well, how do you get on the calendar? You have to put down a deposit. Now, they put down a deposit to hold their space and say, we start back up June. I'm just throwing it out there. They put down their deposit. And remember the calendar I said you had, and you could even get a calendar system. You can put them in there, schedule it, and that's the time near. If something happened and we were still in a shelter in place, then just update them on the status. And you could say initially you had them for June the 1st. You can say, okay, I moved you to July the 1st, right? As soon as we come out of this situation, you are first on the list, or you're the second week, whatever it looks like. But start taking deposits, holding space, calendaring it. And when this lifts, you'll have work ready to be done. And then you just collect on the balance due. Okay. So let's see what else. Construction, same thing. If somebody want to get their kitchen remodeled, it hasn't changed. And, and then say they have this big thing coming up this summer or in the fall, right? And they want it done before then. Well, they need to get on your calendar, provide a deposit to hold their space. And they'll do it because they want to make sure it's done by a certain date. So think about that, and think about how can you get creative? How can you get social? And how can you start getting paid? Okay. Trucking and transportation, same thing. Say you help people move things from place to place. Well, a lot of people are probably not going to move right now. Although I do know somebody moving, so people are still moving. Go figure. But what you can do is the same thing. People know that they're going to move down the road once this lift, whatever. You can start taking deposits to hold the space. Right? They play the balance once it's time for them to actually have the action take place, right? So think about that. How can you start making money and getting some deposits coming in? Now, for some of you, it may not pay your mortgage, right? Whatever the deposit is, but it'll pay a bill. And right now, we're just trying to generate leads and generate some cash flow in your business, right? So think about how can you be creative? How can you get social? And how can you get paid? I would love to hear in the comments what you're going to do to start getting paid. Share it in the comments, okay? Now, here's the thing. Some encouragement for you guys. I do want to share with you that, listen, it is not the time to stop. It is not the time to give up on your business. This is the perfect time for you to reposition yourself in the marketplace, because I can tell you a lot of people that don't watch this video is not going to think to still be generating leads and taking deposits. So once this lift, they're going to be behind the 8 ball and having to hurry up and start generating leads, where It's second nature to you. You've been doing it the whole time, right? And even if someone does not book, if you continue to stay in touch with them, continue to build a relationship, right? Think about it. A lot of people get one contract, and from that one, they get a whole bunch of referrals. Okay, so think about that. So I want you to not stop at all. Don't stop your business. Don't stop what you're doing. Lean in and figure out how can you get creative, get social, and get paid. I would love for you guys to come back. This is Tuesday. Come back at the end of the week and just share what you've done. I really want to hear it. What you've done. You can come back in the comments, or next Tuesday when we come on live again. I would love to hear that. So don't quit, don't quit, don't quit. All right. Now, for some of you guys, if you want to take a deeper dive into how to actually get creative, get social, and get paid, I do want to invite you into the Contractors Edge Bootcamp, where we're talking about that and a whole lot more. You guys are here because you want to get into government contracting. Well, let's get you prepared. Let's get you positioned. Let's get you promoting your business so that you can start having profits come through your business. That is the goal. How to get you positioned to finding opportunities, find your customer, learning how to bid on opportunities, how to read the solicitations, break those solicitations down, pull out the requirements, how to create your proposal. In the boot camp, let me tell you what you're doing and what you're leaving with. You're leaving with knowing who's your customer right at that time. And it's something that I say you assess at least every year anyway, but you'll know who's your current customer. You will know how to go and find opportunities. You will know, and you will actually bid a contract, whether it's real or not, but hopefully you find a real one, right? That's the goal. But you will bid a contract. You will break down a solicitation. You will pull out the requirements. You will write a proposal, all inside the Contractors Edge Boot Camp. And for some of you, you will also make money while you're there, because you'll be prepared and you'll be positioned, you'll be promoting, and you'll make money. So how do you get into the boot camp? It's over at FeliciaStreeter.com/bootcamp. After we end this, I'll put the link down in the comments for you guys. FeliciaStreeter.com/bootcamp. Let me tell you one of the things we're covering. This is on, I think it's April 9th. We're going to cover 5 strategies to make money in the private sector while building your government contracting business. Oh yeah, we're all about getting your return on investment as quickly as possible. And I can tell you, if you do what I just shared in this video today, come to the boot camp, you should make your investment back that much faster, because you've already started generating, being proactive. You notice I use all these P's: prepare, right? Position, promote. We also talk about partnering. We talk about positioning. I said positioning. And we talk about pacing. So there's a lot of P's that we cover in the boot camp to get you positioned and ready and starting to bid on opportunities, generating money, revenue in your business, and getting into government contracting all at the same time. Yes, you can do both at the same time. All right. So that's FeliciaStreeter.com/bootcamp for the Contractors Edge Bootcamp. Would love to have you join us. We're going to have a blast in there. And by that, I mean, we're going to learn some things, which is important to our business and its growth. And we're going to generate some revenue. All right. So I'm going to end there because I can't see comments. But if you have a question about what we talked about here today, you can definitely put it in the comments and I will try to answer all that I can. All right. So until next time, I will see you actually back here next Tuesday for our next live session. And you can also come back Thursday because I drop new videos every Thursday. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified every time I go live or a new video drop on the channel. You don't want to miss out. All right. So have an awesome rest of your day. Bye for now.